Atari and Universal Pictures are teaming up. Both AMD and Nvidia have some bad news, and Sony hears your concerns about physical media, but that doesn't mean they're going to do anything about it. What's up? I'm your Red Ruby and Celestial Dragon Slayer 13 Cross. We're going to keep it pretty short this time. I know I always say that, but I really mean it this time. Alright, first we got some news from Atari. Atari, in partnership with Entertainment 360, has inked a deal with Universal Pictures, allowing them the rights to develop 10 films based on Atari classics. This is the first time Atari has made its move on the world of big screen adaptations, joining the likes of other legacy companies like Nintendo, Sega, and Namco. Yes, that Tekken movie counts, unfortunately. The 10 specific Atari games up for adaptation are Asteroids, Adventure, Berserk, Breakout, Centipede, Crystal Castles, Millipede, Missile Command, Pong, and Yar's Revenge. Entertainment 360's Guyman Cassidy, along with Matt Riley and Carl Hamp, the latter two being screenwriters of the project. The best Atari games drop you into a world and let your imagination do the best, said Cassidy in a quote, going on to state that Carl and Matt are going to use the same spirit to build a large-scale adventure. But what do you think? Do you think some of these classic games can really be turned into good film adaptations? Let me know. Next, both AMD and Nvidia report that GPU prices are going up, and of course it's due to our ongoing memory crisis. We've already been seeing things like this with RAM and other things like consoles, but now with it being time for new GPU announcements, customers are facing the reality that the big bad gadgets will be coming with bigger, badder price tags. With what people are calling the RAM-pocalypse getting worse, and its contributing factor AI showing no signs of slowing down as our three main RAM manufacturers shift their focus away from consumer RAM to data centers, Nvidia, as of last week, has already increased the price of GPU kits for manufacturer partners like Asus and MSI. According to reports by Economic Daily News, the increase of these GPU bundles has gone up anywhere from 20 to 30%. Almost 1 week later, AMD announces that their GPU prices will raise 10% next month, which, if you're hearing this, that means now. This comes after the announcement that AMD would be launching a 4GB graphics card to combat the climbing cost. Unfortunately, this is just another sign of more to come as regulations regarding AI have been stripped in the US and plans for more data centers are being laid every day. But I could rant about this for hours, so we're gonna move on before I throw myself into a tangent. Finally, Sony has heard your concerns about physical media. They understand you love gaming and want your own games, as a collector, as a fan, or as a person who just doesn't want to lose the stuff that they paid for. They've heard you and they've responded. They do not care. Sony's CFO Lin Tao was quoted as saying, "Games are loved by many people. It's a form of entertainment that's loved by many people, and it's connected to people's fond memories in many cases. And we understand those emotions. We want to consider that. And in the future digital ecosystem, how do we engage those gamers is something we would like to continue to explore." Basically like saying, yeah, we hear you. We're gonna do this anyway. We're just gonna figure out how to get your money. This was immediately followed by stating that they haven't seen any impact on their sales, and that they don't predict that they will, seeing as a lot of their sales content has already been digitized. As far as how this would affect relationships with retailers, Tao was quoted as saying, "Game publishers will still be able to ship boxes containing digital codes." So, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of fed up with this story, so I'm gonna end it here. Don't get me wrong, I could talk at length about this issue as well as the AI issue, but I feel like those deserve to be their own videos. And I feel like those videos are already out there. You know, other people have made them, other people have expressed the same things that I feel. But if you do want me to make those videos, let me know. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I've been your talking head for this video, 13 Cross. Now, let's wrap this thing up.